present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell and your chairman is Humphrey Lyttelton.
Hello and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the show that is to comedy what Florence was to the Renaissance. And Zebedee was to the Industrial Revolution. You join us today as guests of the Marlow Theatre in the fine city of Canterbury, where historic events have been the inspiration for many works of literature. The most famous must be the tales of Chaucer's Pilgrims, but of course T.S. Eliot was also stirred by the story of Thomas Becket to write his Old Possum's book of practical cathedral murders. Canterbury today is an interesting mix of traditional and modern buildings due to the large number of bombs dropped during the last war. Even now the authorities regularly uncover unstable cases carrying decaying material which have to be handled with the greatest of care. Let me introduce four of them. On my left, Barry Cryer and Graeme Garden. On my right, Tim Brooke-Taylor and Stephen Fry. And the warmest of welcomes, please, for our scorer, a delightful lady who's always keen to spot which team member is furthest out in front. The very lovely Samantha. Okay, our first round is called Euro TV and Radio Guide. Now, I'm sure that there are many British TV and radio programmes that with only a few minor adjustments would keep our European neighbours entertained. So with this in mind, I'd like you please to suggest some continental versions of some of our favourite shows. Barry, will you start, please?
The Big Bratwurst with Leipzig and Zag.
I think in Turkey they're showing Challenge Ankara.
And from Germany, It Ain't Half Dortmund.
And from Spain, Flog the Dead Donkey.
Have I got Bruges for you?
In France, they've got Devil's Island Discs.
Also in France is Encore l'addition, which is just a repeat of the bill.
There's quite a lot cheering them up in war-torn ex-Yugoslavia. There's Are Yugo Being Serb, which is, I think, shown on the satellite station Ukraine Gold, but there's with Mrs. Slovakia's famous pussy, of course. They had that famous line, "Are you free, Mr. Tuchman?" "Yes, I am, although I have been sentenced to 10 years for war crimes."
Baden-Badener's Question Time.
Emmental Farm.
Friday night is Munich night.
They tried Michael Burke's 999 in Germany, but it was a no-no. No.
But they did enjoy Magnus Magnuson with Master Race.
And they think it's Moldova.
The Antwerp Roadshow. The special guest Rod Hull and the EMU.
But they're also showing Croatian Street, I believe. And Montenegro's Flying Serbians.
Right, our next game is entitled One Song to the Tune of Another. As the team seem quite incapable of remembering how it works, I've devised this simple aid memoir. The device referred to as one song is actually comprised of two quite separate component parts. The lyrics, which for ease of working we'll call part A, and the music or part B. Let's suppose we have two songs, song C and song D. So that's two parts A and two parts B. Now I see the teams trying to add up on their fingers, but let me put them out of their misery by telling them that we have proved that A1 plus B1 equals C and A2 plus B2 equals D. Therefore, since C and D are also equal, then A1 plus B2 or A2 plus B1 both equal C and or D. In other words, we've neatly established that one song can be sung to the tune of another. However, not everything in life adds up, as I see Colin Sell is at the piano again. Barry, I'd like you to start, please, by singing Gilly Gilly Often... Oh, shh.
What was that, Hum?
By singing Gilly Gilly Often Pfeffer. It's not Often Pfeffer, it's Ossen.
Ossen Pfeffer, though.
I'd like you to sing...
silent.
It's a very old script if the S's are F.
Okay.
You can just be grateful they didn't ask you to sing Where the Bee Sucks, There Suck I.
Barry, order, please. Barry, I'd like you to start, please, by singing Gilly Gilly Ossen Pfeffer, Katzenellen Bogen by the Sea, to the tune of the William Tell Overture.
There's a tiny house by a tiny stream, where a lovely lass had a lovely dream, and a dream came true, quite unexpectedly, in Gilly Gilly Ossen Pfeffer, Katzenellen Bogen by the sea. She was out one day, with the tulips grow, and a handsome lad, stopped to say hello, and before she knew, he kissed her tenderly in Gilly Gilly Ossen Pfeffer, Katzenellen Bogen.
Your turn, Graham. Would you please sing the words of the theme to Robin Hood to the tune of Edelweiss?
Robin Hood, Robin Hood, riding through the glen. Robin Hood, Robin Hood, with his band of men. Feared by the bad, loved by the good, Robin Hood, Robin Hood, Robin Hood. He called the greatest archers to a tavern. On the green they vowed to help the people of the king. And all the trouble on the English country scene, and still found plenty of time to sing. Robin Hood, Robin Hood, riding through the...
Okay, it's you now, Stephen. I'd like you to sing the words of The Laughing Policeman to the tune of Lily Marley.
I've got Van Gogh's here for music. I know a fat old policeman. He's always on our street. A fat and jolly red-faced man. He really is a treat. He's too kind for a policeman. He's never known to frown. And everybody says he's the happiest man in town. Hello. Keep up with it. Ha 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 ha. Ho 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 ho. Ha 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 ha.
Finally, Tim, would you please sing the words of Dadu Ron Ron to the tune of Habanera from Bizet's Carmen?
tune, Cole. I met him on a Monday and my heart stood still. Da-do-ron-ron, da-do-ron-ron. Somebody told me that his name was Bill. Da-do-ron-ron, da-do-ron-ron. Yes, my heart stood still. Yes, his name was Bill. And when he walked me home, da-do-ron-ron, da-do-ron-ron. He knew what he was doing when he caught my eye. Da-do-ron-ron, da-do-ron-ron. He looked so quiet, but my oh my, da-da-do-ron-ron, da-do-ron-ron. Yes, he caught my eye. Yes, my oh my, when he walked me home, da-do-do-ron-ron, da-do-ron-ron.
Okay, we move on now to a round called Word for Word, in which panellists take turns to exchange a series of words. This shouldn't be confused with a similar game called Word for Word, where panellists exchanged ancient British street names in the style of Jonathan Ross. Each word in the series should be wholly unconnected with every other. So, for example, if the words Tory and leadership were followed by give and toss, then that would be quite acceptable. The opposing team should buzz to challenge if they believe a connection has been made. Okay, you can start, Tim and Stephen. Off you go.
Both of us at the same time.
I don't care.
Goat.
Frangipani.
Scepter.
Oily.
Liver.
Snub.
Strawberry.
Challenge from Barry.
Strawberry Snub. Big band in the 60s. I remember the Oily Leather album.
That's a bit before my time, so... All right, carry on, Barry, then.
Oh. Cusp.
Bacon.
Gusset.
Egg.
Challenge, then. Stephen.
Egg gusset's my favourite pudding. I like a nice egg gusset with nutmeg on.
No, I don't think I'll agree with that one. So whoever was talking, go on talking.
Sausage.
Plinth.
Nude.
Another challenge from Stephen Fry.
The artist formerly known as Plinth was often nude.
Now that I can accept, so... carry on, Graeme.
Basil.
Prosthetic.
Hip.
What? Challenge from Stephen.
Oh, sorry, prosthetic hip. No, there's no connection there. I'm completely wrong. I'm sorry. I thought of one. It was too tenuous.
Yes.
Very clever.
Okay, will you take it up then?
Oh, right, okay. Spout.
Challenge from Graeme Garden.
Prosthetic hip. There is a connection.
Whose side are you on?
Winning side if you play your cards right.
You can't challenge your own side.
Then I don't.
We're back to the Tory leadership again.
I think we've had enough of that, don't you?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, more than enough.
Our next round is called Uncommentators. In this round, I'd like each team to doggy paddle upstream along the river of time, revisiting key moments in history. They should then provide descriptions of these events in the style of some of today's more interesting social commentators. Barry and Graeme, I'd like you to start, please, by providing a commentary on the Battle of Hastings in the style of a local radio team.
Tonight on Look Here, South. Why school children all over the southeast will be missing out on Easter eggs this Christmas. But first, the news with Jenny.
Thank you, Monty. Hundreds of French tourists are flocking to Hastings today, so we went out and about to ask the locals what they think of this invasion.
Oh, we welcome them. We expect to do a roaring trade.
What trade are you in?
We're arrow sharpeners.
And you, sir?
Oh, je sais pas, c'est tout fatigué. Alors, quelle est vive le conquérant?
Thank you. Back to you, Monty, in the studio.
Thanks, Jen. And first, today's big story. King Harold is on a walkabout through the town centre after opening a new branch of Specsavers.
So keep an eye out for him.
Right, now, Tim and Stephen, I'd like you to provide a commentary on the assassination of Julius Caesar in the style of cricket commentators.
It's Cassius running in from the Senate House end there. What do you think of it so far, Fred?
I don't know what's going off, I really don't. In my day, it were all Greek to me.
It's pretty surprising to see a Roman batting without a helmet. There's a good crowd here this morning. Bank holiday, of course, the Ides of March. All the banks of the Tiber are closed. That's a pretty good delivery there. I think it was only a leg cutter, though. But there's an appeal, big shout. What do you reckon?
That's not out. He was never out. It was always missing leg stump. He's got to bang it in. He's come to bury Caesar, not to graze him.
It's a change of attack from Brutus now. Casca is going to be running in from the forum end, having a stab there. Oh, he's knocked the umpire over. Oh, the umpire's back up again. It was the fall and rise of the Roman umpire. He's a pretty good choice, actually. He can move it about. He swings both ways.
Yeah. I believe there was a rumour of gold tampering behind the pavilions.
Oh, that's a better one, and he's out. He's out, the finger's gone up. He's out, the finger is up, the finger's definitely up.
Oh, yes, he doesn't like that, certainly.
He's very, very cut up about that one. I believe the next man is Mark Antony.
Not a chance. He's stone deaf, is Mark Antony. He'll be run out. He won't be able to hear his partner.
Unless some friend, Roman or countryman lends him their ears, of course. So, that's it from us. So just time for some a slice of cake. I've had one. Have you had one, Fred?
Yes, I've had two, Brucey.
And on we go. The next round is called Cheddar Gorge, and it's just one of many parlour games inspired by English place names. There's also Barrow in Furnace, which involves burning garden implements. Cellar Field, where the object is to try to flog off a plot of contaminated land. And, of course, we mustn't forget Broadstairs, a game for people who are too fat to use the lift. Right, in this game, the teams take turns to say one word at a time in order to construct a sentence, but without ever completing it. If I judge that a full stop has been reached, you'll hear a sound like this. As Samantha blows my horn. Right, the subject of this week's sentence is my first date. Who wants to start? Okay, Graeme.
My first
Date
Was.
unbearably
Sweaty.
and
Yet.
somehow strangely
in
Some.
sort
Of.
way
Comma.
though
I.
did
Once.
take
A.
short
Bite.
out
Of.
a
Steamily.
Squidgy.
Fluffy.
Limpid.
And
Unfortunately,
I
Didn't.
unless
you
count
Hey.
chicken.
before
I
Was.
17.
Well, teams, I'd love to go on playing that game. But it's now time to play the game called Just a Minim, an entertaining version of the panel game Just a Minute. The original is hosted by the irrepressible Nicholas Parsons, whose voice is believed by many to hold miraculous powers. He once managed to make a blind man deaf. Ours is a musical adaptation, and in it I'd like you to sing a well-known song without repetition, hesitation, deviation, dromedary, or repetition. One repeated deviation that's almost impossible to say without hesitation is that Colin Sell will provide piano accompaniment. Actually, listeners may be interested to hear that Colin doesn't only play the piano. Oh, no. He's recently become a bit of an expert with the panpipes. So if anyone has a blocked toilet they want cleared... just give him a ring. OK, the song is Hound Dog. And Tim, will you start, please?
You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You're not anything like a dachshund, lacrimosing always. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Well, they said you was high class. Well, that was just a lie.
Challenge. Shut up. Challenge from Graeme Garden.
compassion.
Well, it's so nice of you that I think you can carry on.
Oh.
When I said you was high class, that was just a lie. You never got a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You what?
Challenge from Stephen.
This is almost exactly what Tim was singing.
Word for word, in fact.
Really was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I haven't sung it.
No. Ruling, Humph, ruling, please.
Barry, you start again.
Oh, where we got to?
When they said you was high class.
Thank you, Colin. Well, they said you was high class. Well,
Challenge from Tim.
Repetition, Collins just said that.
Okay, well, it says here, if this round ends quickly, you might like to try it again. Do you want to try it again? Oh, let's.
Oh, yes, please.
This time it's the song One Man Went to Mow. Colin?
Who's starting, Humph?
Oh, you say you've taken over the bloody show.
Okay, Stephen.
Right. One man went to mow, went to scythe a meadow. One chap and his dog, woof woof. Oh, I said two woofs. Two woofs.
Spied a couple of woofs there.
Yeah. It was like one of those Channel 4 themed weekends, wasn't it?
Two men went to mow. Disappeared, intent on what?
Repetition of went to mow.
Yes, but you're allowed to use words in the title.
You're only the chairman.
Wait to mow.
You're...
Went to mow.
Well, it says it's nearly... It says, well, it's nearly time to go. I think this is addressed to you, Colin. But before we do, I'll do my best to squeeze in a final round of Weightwatchers Song Book. So while Samantha nips out to check how well equipped her new gym is, I'd like you teams to suggest some titles likely to be popular with the overweight. Barry, will you start, please?
The sun has got his fat on.
Stephen?
Oh, I'm being followed by a huge shadow by Fat Stevens.
Lurpak, be a lady tonight.
I'll never get over you.
Chubby, chubby, cheek, cheek.
Reach out and I'll be there, and there.
Super calories, fudge and pasta, eggs and veal. Atrocious.
My sweet lard.
I, who have stuffing by a burly chassis.
Two lips like Amsterdam.
I talk to my knees. But they're not visible to me.
It's an itsy bitsy yellow polka dot marquee.
When the red robin goes flob, flob, flobbing along.
50 ways to lose your blubber.
Well,
The boy I love is up on his calories. You're once, twice, 3 times a lady.
well,
I'll tell you what you weigh, what you really, really, really weigh.
By the cellulite of the silvery moon.
well, as the Spanish trawler net of time ensnares the Dover soul of destiny, and the avenging Cornish crab of fate crawls up the Andalusian trouser leg of eternity. I notice it's the end of the show, so from Samantha, the teams, myself, and the fine folk of Canterbury, it's goodbye.
Brooke-Taylor, Barry Pryor, Graeme Garden and Stephen Fry were being given silly things to do by Humphrey Lyttelton, with Colin Sell setting some of them to music. The programme consultant was Ian Pattinson, and the producer was John Naismith.
And there'll be more silly things to do at the same time tomorrow. But don't forget tonight's BBC 7 Comedy Club, opening up at 10 with Goodness Gracious Me.
Monday.
We present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell, and your chairman is Humphrey Lyttelton.
Hello and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. The show comes to you today from the Tyne Theatre and Opera House in Newcastle, where we've been invited to bring something different to this year's comedy festival. We find ourselves guests of the city that proudly boasts the birthplace of the electric light bulb, the gas turbine and the steam locomotive. It was here that the Industrial Revolution reached its technical peak with the first successful demonstration of Stephenson's rocket, following earlier disappointments when Stephenson's milk bottle fell over. Later on, Newcastle became the main port for sailings to Scandinavia, where Captain Scott voyaged in 1904 to practice for his polar expedition. Returning some months later in anticipation of a warm and passionate welcome from his young fiancée, he was naturally dismayed to find a Norwegian had got there first. To walk through Newcastle today is to walk through history, to chance upon reminders of a lost age when the simplest pleasures could be had for a few coppers. So let's meet the teams. On my left, Barry Crowne and Graeme Garden. On my right, Tony Hawkes and Tim Brooke-Taylor. And please welcome our scorer, who's eager as ever to do her bit on the desk next to me, the delightful Samantha. Right. We'll start with a round called Euro TV and Radio Guide. With every passing year, we seem to be forging ever closer links with our European neighbours. It's perhaps no surprise that all four of our panellists are frequently being invited to perform overseas. You might well be among those who've written in. I feel sure that many of our own TV and radio programmes, with only a minor adjustment or two, could be extremely entertaining to our partners in Europe or even further afield. So, teams, I'd like you please to suggest some continental versions of some of our broadcasting favourites. Barry, will you start, please?
Super Maastricht Sweep. With Dale Windmill. Start quietly and build up, that's my motto.
In Germany, they've now got London's Burning, but it's been renamed The Good Old Days.
Also in Germany, they've got They Think It's Hanover.
Melvin Bragg presents the Left Bank Show with a special on Rod Hull and EQ.
Ted Rogers in a revival of Zwei, Drei, Ein. Mit Dusty Berliner.
Not forgetting Chancellor Kohl, My Bluff.
Accompanied by Panzer's People.
And Birds of a Führer.
Ostenders.
Crime Watch Ukraine.
I think it's time to go on to another round now, so.
The Old Horst Wessel Test.
It ain't half Dortmund.
Well, it really is time now to pump up the rhythmic juices with a round designed to test the team's musical skills to breaking point. Could be one of the quickest ever. It's called One Song to the Tune of Another. It mustn't be confused with a similar but unsuccessful round called One Thong to the Tune of Another. When the team sang duets in the style of Chris Eubank and Roy Hattersley, and two of them nearly drowned after three verses of Sing a Song of Sixpence. Okay, the game itself is totally self-explanatory in that it involves singing one song with the tune removed to the tune of another song that's had the words taken away. And that's all very simple, but sadly not all combinations are quite so easy to split apart, as I noticed Colin Sellers back at the piano. Actually, as Colin wasn't with us for the last show, we held a phone-in poll to gauge listeners' reaction. Nothing could have prepared us for the overwhelming weight of public response. But he's ignored that and turned up. Okay, Barry, would you start by singing the words of the Bee Gees' delightful Stayin' Alive to the tune of Run, Rabbit, Run?
Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man and no time to talk. Music loud and women warm I've been. Kicked around since I was born and now it's alright, it's okay. And you may look the other way. We can try to understand the New York Times effect on men, whether you're a brother or whether you're a mother, you're staying alive and staying alive. Oh!
Okay, Graham, would you please sing the words of Donald Wears Your Trousers to the tune of Amazing Grace?
I've just come down from the Isle of Skye. I'm no very big and I'm awful shy. And when the lassies shout when I go by, oh Donald, where's your trousers? Let the wind blow high and let the wind blow low. Through the streets in my kilt I'll go, and all the lassies say hello. Donald, where's your trousers?
Okay, Tony, would you please sing the words of the Rod Stewart number, Do You Think I'm Sexy, to the theme from Dad's Army?
She sits alone, waiting for suggestions. He's so nervous, avoiding all the questions. His lips are dry, her heart is gently pounding. Don't you just know exactly what they're thinking? If you want my body and you think I'm sexy, come on sugar, let me know. If you really need me, just reach out and touch me. Come on honey, tell me so. He's acting shy, looking for an answer. Come on honey, let's spend the night together. Now hold on a minute before we go much further.
Finally, Tim, would you sing the words of Fog on the Tyne to the tune of the Mexican Hat Dance?
Oh, the fog on the Tyne is all mine. Oh, the fog on the Tyne is all mine. Oh, the fog on the Tyne is all mine. The fog on the Tyne is all mine. Sitting in a sleazy snack bar, sucking sickly sausage rolls on a dirty old town on the banks of the Tyne, setting my sights on gold. It's plain to see it's black and white. This Geordie boy's gonna do alright. Gonna make you dance, gonna make you sing. Those Geordie boys do anything. Tell it like it is, today we'll take his time to tell you what tonight might mean. They'll spare you on in London town when you hear those Geordies sing, sing, sing.
Well, I'd like now to introduce one of our more popular rounds, although it says here on my script that it's time for a round of word for word, so you can imagine my disappointment. This round, I'd like the teams to exchange a series of completely random words, each word being completely unconnected with the next. Wait a minute. How can it be unconnected with the next when they haven't even heard the next?
That's right. Unconnected with the last, possibly, is it?
Yes.
Like if the
Thank you, Barry. I had thought of that.
Yes.
Anyway, whatever it is, the opposing team should challenge if they detect a connection. And you can start, Tony and Tim.
Mexican.
Corduroy.
Challenge from Graham.
Well, there are many Mexican hats made of corduroy.
Name 3.
Miguel.
Granted, I accept that one.
Pancho.
And Pepe. It's a great act. The 3 hats.
3 hats.
Carry on, Tim.
Dance.
Parochial.
Challenge from Barry.
Many a parochial dance held in a church hall, for God's sake.
I'll uphold that one, whatever it was. Carry on, Barry.
Follicle. Oh.
Challenge from Tim.
You said it had a connection with the next word, which is going to be hair.
No, we didn't. Between us, Barry and I corrected that. Carry on, Tony.
Thank you very much. Thrust.
Canal.
Peach.
Creche.
Stupid.
Parsnip.
Barry.
Stupid parsnip, big band in the 60s. Reg Presley before he's with the Trogs.
Name 3 of their hat dances.
Miguel.
Pancho.
Pepe.
They got around.
They used to play at a lot of parochial dances.
That's right.
Carry on, Tony.
Glib.
Boat.
Fisherman. Oh, good one. No challenge, though, interestingly.
And with both teams level pegging, we move on to a general knowledge round now, which we call What's the Question? It was inspired by a recent appearance on the elimination quiz 15-1 by our very own Barry Cryer, or as he's better known, Sit Down Barry. So it occurred to me that even if the teams don't know the answers, they may well be able to provide the questions for a specially devised quiz. So teams, I shall provide the correct answers to a selection of fascinating general knowledge poses, and I'd like you please to tell me what the original questions might have been. Okay, teams, what was the question which provoked this answer? Fully extend the right arm and move it up and down a few times.
I've no idea, but it reminds me where I should be at the moment.
Before heading off for work in the morning, what exercise does a farm vet do?
I'll tell you what the real answer is. It's a question from the driving test. How would you demonstrate the slowing down arm signal? Gosh. What question do you think this might be the answer to? In and out 1,500 times.
What is an average day like in a farm vet's life?
In 5 words, how would you describe the sex life of Peter Stringfellow?
How would you describe Jeff Boycott's test career?
Well, the right question is, what does the cox of the winning crew say during the boat race? Oh, thank you, madam. It was their answers that were the funny bits. What question is this the answer to, please? Divine Brown.
What did you think of my budget speech?
Okay, how was it for you, Your Majesty?
The question is, who got Hugh Grant's picture on the front of the papers? Well, here's the next one, the question to which this was the answer, please. Chocks away.
Where is Mr. Chock?
Well, the question was, what was Biggles' catchphrase? Okay, let's go on. The question for Alfred the Great. Alfred the Great.
Who's that under Peter the Mantelpiece?
What do they call you if you can go in and out 1,500 times?
The question is, who had a white horse carved in a hillside after he defeated the Danes? The question for this answer now, please. Hairy, slimy, bloody, oily and smelly.
Who failed the Chippendale auditions?
In 5 words, how would you sum up adolescence?
Who were the cast in Quentin Tarantino's version of Snow White?
The actual question is, name 5 adjectives ending in Y that have all been used to describe Lord Archer. Finally, Please, the original question to yes, but I didn't inhale.
After watching the Hale and Pace concert, did you go backstage and insert a garden gnome into Norman Pace?
The actual answer was, what did President Clinton say when asked if he'd smoked cannabis? Actually, the full question was, did you smoke dope in rain, or snow, or sleet? It's time now for a self-explanatory new round entitled Dummy Keyboard. The keyboard part of the title derives from the fact that Colin Sell will be playing tunes on his keyboard. And the dummy part derives from the fact that Colin Sell will be playing tunes on his keyboard. The difference is that no piano keys are involved. Barry and Graeme, Colin will now tap out a well-known tune, and I'd like you to tell me what tune he's playing. Colin, off you go.
You'll go deaf, Colin, if you don't stop that. Norwegian wood?
20 tiny fingers.
No.
God, it talks.
Sounded like Stevie Wonder looking for the piano.
Wasn't you?
Was it one of your own? One of your own compositions, was it, Carl?
No.
That sounded
Listen,
like
I'll
one.
say no, you just nod or shake your head.
Colin, 1 knock for yes, 2 knocks for...
Wasn't a trick question. You weren't playing the flute, were you?
No.
No.
I'm baffled on this one.
Yeah, it's very hard. Not the minute waltz, was it?
Yes, it was.
Was it?
Yes. Well, that one was obviously much too easy, so we'll make it a bit harder for you this time, Tim and Tony. Colin will tap out something for you to identify on a different keyboard. Off you go, Colin. There you are, Tim and Tony. Now, can you identify the novel that Colin was typing?
I heard a lot of Z's there. Could it be The Big Sleep?
No.
No, right.
I think he typed in the word Mellors and the word bottom. So, Lady Chatterley's Lover, I think it may have been.
Sorry.
Or a book called Mellors Bottom, who knows?
I don't think so.
Can we just hear the last bit again?
That's enough.
Brief History of Time.
No, I don't think so.
I give up.
Roger's Thesaurus.
We can't give you the answer because Colin Sell accidentally pressed the delete key. Our next round has been created specially to celebrate our visit to the Northeast. It's called Coals to Newcastle, an expression dating from Tudor times when vast amounts of coal were exported from here, and thus the phrase indicates a pointless activity. For example, one might say, hairdressers to William Hague, or tailors to Ken Clark. Then again, one might say cobblers to Michael Portillo. Just for the fun of it. In this round, teams, I'd like you please to suggest other sayings associated with place names, either in this country or abroad, together with their meanings. Barry and Graeme, you start this one.
Taking a lorry to France?
Like taking tarts to Bakewell.
Hubcaps to Liverpool.
To carry folds to Newcastle means to mishear. To carry foals to Ipswich means to mishear really very badly indeed. And to carry foals to Sunderland is to form a football team.
There's a local advert in Scotland that is a for-far butter thing I do. And the old Roman saying, I come to Berwick, Caesar, not to Paisley.
Taking brass to Bristol.
To do something unwise is to wear a bikini in Riyadh town centre, drinking a pint of beer, shouting, I love Salman Rushdie.
Taking EastEnders to Billy Ricky!
Torbay or not Torbay? Happy talky. Newark, so good they named it twice.
We're going to hurry on to another musical delight, which is called Just a Minute. As you might expect, it's an amusing version of the panel game Just a Minute. A game hosted in unique style by Nicholas Parsons, a chairman whose skills are all too easily underrated. The object of the game is to sing a song of my choosing for 1 minute without hesitation, deviation or repetition for 1 minute. Not an easy task, particularly when you hear the piano accompaniment provided by Colin Sell. Actually, music historians will be interested to learn that every one of Colin's records is still in the charts. 23 degrees west of the North Foreland, where the Admiralty had them dumped. Okay, teams, the song is She'll Be Coming Round the Mountain. And Tim, you can start this.
Oh, you must be joking. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. This person will be zooming round the...
Challenge from Graeme.
Repetition of round.
No,
He's never done 2 rounds in his life.
Go ahead, Graeme.
She'll be circling the Alp when she arrives. She'll be circumnavigating the Trossock.
Challenge from Tim.
Call me picky, but she'll be seems to come up rather...
Yeah, we are.
Well, I think deviation from the law, you can't circumnavigate a Trossock. Not until you're 18, anyway.
Graham's buzzing frantically.
Yes, Tim, repetition of picky.
Yes?
Yes, quite right. Quite right. So it's you to carry on, Tony.
Singing yippee yoppee poo. Oh, you're still on that bit. She'll be traversing the hillock, which I don't care. Your problem. Round the
Challenge from
mountain.
Barry.
Have we had hillock? Have we had hillock?
Oh, you...
No, don't be vague.
I was nearly out of it then.
Yes. Correct. Challenge, Barry. Will you sing it? No. Will you carry on?
Where are we?
Go on saying where are we? How do I
Can I
know?
have the silent keyboard, please, for this bit? Have we had yippee yet? No, we haven't.
Listen, I've had a message from a promoter in Hull to say that we're fast approaching the end of the show, but there's just time for a round of Criminal Song Book. Incidentally, I noticed Samantha's already left for the Old Bailey to help try some suspects who've been brought to justice by the police. She says when it comes to criminals, there's nothing she finds more satisfying than hardened ones being put away by the yard. Teams, I'd like you please to suggest some songs likely to prove popular with the criminal fraternity. Tony, will you start, please?
Parole over Beethoven.
Who were you with last night?
Hello, who's your shady friend?
Wouldn't it be robbery?
The autumn thieves drift past my window by the swindle singers.
Cat burglar Stevens, morning has been broken into.
Smash, grab, wallop, what a picture. By Tommy Steele.
Accompanied by Colin Sell.
20 Tiny Fingers. By the artist formerly known as Prince. They call the van Mariah. That, of course, is from Paint Your Wagon and Change the Number Plate. Superintendent tells old Glag his alibi's atrocious.
Please release me.
Manfred manslaughter with blinded by the light on the top of the police car.
I dismember you.
I'm too sexy for my cell by Right Said Fraud.
I'm going to cosh that man right out of my...
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as the absent-minded zookeeper of time scrubs his loo with the startled brush baby of hope. And as the frisky king penguin of fate approaches the small nun of destiny, I notice it's the end of the show, so from Samantha, the teams, myself and the good people of Newcastle, goodbye.
Graeme Garden, Tim Brooke-Taylor and Tony Hawkes were being given silly things to do by Humphrey Lyttelton, with Colin Sell setting some of them to music. The programme consultant was Ian Pattinson and the producer was John Naismith.
And if that leaves you craving more of Humph, you'll find him on Radio 2 in 30 seconds with the best of jazz.
We present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell and your chairman is Humphrey Lyttelton.
Hello and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. You join us today in Southsea, the fine Hampshire coast town where visitors with an interest in history seek out the many exhibitions and museums to see how a simple island race lived in the distant past. Alternatively, they can hop on a ferry to the Isle of Wight. The town serves as the residential district of Portsmouth. Although a small naval base since Roman times, the port really grew when Henry VII had his dry dock built here. He hadn't intended it to be a dry dock. That only came about after the running of it past the Southern Water plc. Most famously, the port is associated with Lord Nelson's flagship, the Victory, to which visitors flock to see the very spot where the great man fell. It's marked by a plaque reading, "Here on July the 12th, 1798, Lord Nelson tripped over a bloke screwing a brass plate to the deck after inadvertently putting his patch on the wrong eye." Let's meet the teams. On my left, Barry Cryer and Graeme Garden. And on my right, Sandy Toksvig and Tim Brooke-Taylor. Now, I'm afraid our regular scorer, Samantha, can't be with us today. She was advised to have a couple of days in bed by her new GP after discovering a different practice. She reckons a day or two under the doctor should sort her out. So please welcome in her stead our Swedish stand-in, Sven. Okay, on with the first game, teams, which is all about cutting costs. It's called Cost Cutters. There's nothing that gets my goat more than the senseless waste of licence fee income, which is why I've instructed the BBC to stop putting chilled champagne in my dressing room. There's no point going to the expense of chilling it if it's only going in the bath. So with economy very much the watchword teams, I'd like you please to suggest some cost-cutter versions of films, TV or radio shows that might be made within a strict budget. Barry, would you like to start?
Conan the Librarian.
Sandy.
The English Outpatient.
Graeme.
10% discount off the bill.
And Tim?
Alistair Cook's email from America.
To the semi-born.
Clive Anderson talks less.
In your dreams.
Mission perfectly feasible. The Great Grimsby.
Raiders of the Lost Ark Lamp with Harrison Skoda.
The National Lottery big ticket has become... No, sorry, that couldn't be cheaper than it already is.
Gunfight at the less than satisfactory corral.
Mastermind with Peter Snow.
Samson and the Lilo.
Those magnificent men with their sewing machines.
I'd quite like to see that.
Our next game has the title, One Song to the Tune of Another. This is a cunning musical game that cleverly combines the music of one song with the words of another, such that the teams appear as if by magic to be singing two songs at the same time. The game originated on the occasion that Ireland first won the Eurovision Song Contest. At the celebration party, Ireland's lovely entrant, Dana, got carried away, jumped on stage and delighted revellers by doing all kinds of everything with Paddy McGinty's goat. And providing musical accompaniment, we have the master of unusual combinations. You haven't seen them, I did, in the dressing room. At the piano, Colin Sell. Barry, I'd like you to start, please, by singing the words to Don't Dilly Dally on the Way to the tune of Can't Help Falling in Love.
My old man said follow the van and don't dilly-dally on the way. Off went the cart with a home packed in it, and I walked behind with my old cough limit. But I dilly-dallied, and I dillied, lost the van and don't know where to roam. I stopped on the way to have the old half-quartern, and I can't find my way home.
Okay, your turn, Sandy. Will you please sing the words of Animal Crackers in My Soup to the tune of the Toreador's March?
Animal crackers in my soup. Waterloo. Gosh, oh gee, but I have fun, swallowing animals one by one. In every bowl of soup, I see lions and tigers watching me. I make them jump right through a hoop. Those animal crackers in my soup. When I get home, causing that wolf, I just push him under to drown. Then I bite him in a million bits, and I gobble him right down.
You may have noticed Colin Sell couldn't keep in time with the audience. Okay, it's you now, Graeme. Would you please sing the words of Don't Blame It on the Boogie to the tune of the Battle Hymn of the Republic?
My baby's always dancing, it wouldn't be a bad thing, but I don't get no lovin', and that's no lie. We spent the night in Frisco at every kind of disco, and from that night I kissed our love goodbye. Don't blame it on the sunshine, don't blame it on the moonlight, don't blame it on the good times, blame it on the boogie. That nasty boogie bugs me, but somehow it had drugged me. That spellbound rhythm gets me all night through. I've changed my way of living, I've filled my pipe and lit it. My baby just can't take her eyes off me altogether. Don't blame it on the sunshine, don't blame it on the moonlight, don't blame it on the good times, blame it on the boogie.
Finally, Tim, would you please sing the words of Run, Rabbit, Run to the tune of Delilah?
Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, 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 rabbit, run. Rabbit, run, run, bang, 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 goes the farmer's gun. Run, rabbit, run. Rabbit, run, 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 rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run. Don't give the farmer his fun, fun, fun. He'll get by without his rabbit pie. So run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run. Oh, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, 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 rabbit, run.
Well, it's time now to play a round called Word for Word. In this round, I'd like one team to start by exchanging a series of random and completely unconnected words. The opposing team should challenge if they detect a connection. If I uphold the challenge, the challenger should take over, and so on. Okay, would you start, please? Tim and Sandy.
Cauliflower.
Smattering.
Bucket.
Challenge from Graeme.
Yeah, Tim had a smattering of cauliflower for lunch. I saw him.
I wasn't there.
How do you know?
I was there.
Oh, it was you.
Overruled.
Turnip.
Twaddle.
Coxcomb.
Fledgling.
Chorister.
Slime.
Corpulence.
Challenge from Barry.
Corpulent slime. Yugoslavia's Eurovision entry. 1958. Should have won, in my opinion.
No, I won't accept that one.
Quite right, too, if I may say.
Well, it was 1957.
Windsock.
Comb.
Gogglebox.
Tupperware.
Challenge from Graeme.
I have a Tupperware goggle box at home.
Is it frightfully useful, Graeme?
I keep my goggles in it.
Ah, well. Do they stay fresh?
They
It's
worth every penny then, Graeme.
Yes, fresh and crisp.
Okay, Graeme, that was a good challenge.
So was it? Right. Right. Rabbit. Run.
Sandy.
What?
Sandy, you challenged.
Those are the words to a famous Tom Jones song. I don't know what...
Go on.
Burrow. Mulch. Cauliflower. Broccoli. Smattering. Slime. Corpulent.
Okay, it's time now for a splendid round called Complete Quotes. It's surprising how many of us don't know the complete version of many famous quotations. For example, there are those immortal words of Neville Chamberlain, "I have in my hand a piece of paper. Could someone pass a new roll under the door, please?" In this round, teams, you'll hear a series of well-known personalities speaking, each of whom has unfortunately stopped in mid-sentence. I'd like you to finish them off, please. That's the quotations. Barry, we'll start with you. Will you finish off these words of Anne Widdecombe?
For me personally, and it is only a personal statement, this is just the last straw in a very large bale of straws. I do not see that it's now possible to
Take part in your wet T-shirt competition.
Okay, it's you now, Sandy. Here's the Duchess of York.
Actually, a gentleman sat next door to me once. I said, Prince Albert was a great dad. He really was. And this man said,
"We're at a funeral."
Strictly speaking, I shouldn't be doing that to your toe either.
Tim, Prince Edward for you.
I've been promoted, I think, from when I was just a general dog's body, and this time, unfortunately, I'm going to be
a field marshal dog's body.
Okay, Graeme, some words of Peter Mandelson being interviewed by James Naughtie.
I've got a big smile on my face, but as you know, I'm a very cautious fellow.
Oh, yes, of course you are. But do you think it's a big one?
I think it is likely to be a substantial one, and it is going to be
a tribute to Viagra.
Okay, well, we'll open this up now. Here are some for any of you to finish off. Some words of Prince Charles first.
I'm not very good at being a performing monkey, really. I'm not prepared to just...
Let Camilla grind my organ. Oh, all hopes of ever being honoured dashed.
This time it's Saddam Hussein's official spokesman.
For it is a right on all of us to carry out the holy jihad, the holy war of Islam, to liberate the holy...
Holy shit, he's got a gun!
Okay, yes, Prince Philip.
I know that I can speak for the Worldwide Fund for Nature and probably for the whole conservation movement in welcoming
the first grouse of the year.
And finally, John Redwood.
I'm talking about schoolgirls, 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, maybe 16-year-olds. I'm not just talking about the money. One of the problems, if you invite young women into flats before they've got any qualifications and are not properly equipped for the adult world, is...
If you want to hear more, call 0890...
Right, we're going to try an interesting game now. We're going to play a game we call Cheddar Gorge. We call it that in honour of the fact that all the regulars on the programme are big cheese fans. Graeme is a member of the Roquefort Appreciation Society. Tim receives the Parmesan newsletter. Barry has a regular subscription to a Danish Blue magazine. In this round, I'll be asking the teams to construct a sentence by each of them uttering a single word at a time. The object is not to complete a sentence. Regular listeners will be pleased to hear I've still got the horn. And when I decide a sentence has been completed, I'll make a noise on it like this. Okay, teams, I'd like your sentences to take the form of a wreath lecture on the subject of the Spice Girls. Graeme, will you start, please?
I'll tell you
What
I want to
do
this evening when
the
Spice Girls come
over
in the scary
ist
possible and posh
girls
don't like to
eat
anything to aggravate
because
it somehow tends
to
annoy some baby
spices
such as Mel,
who
is the best
of
all the younger
Mel's
around the outskirts
of
this very pleasant
little
fair and amenable
seaside
and yet inland
revenue
officer, I will
never
come with any
more
of this ridiculous
nonsense.
Okay, well, it's time for a musical round now called Dysfunctional Duets. In this round, teams, I'd like you to sing duets in the style of unlikely partnerships. The history of popular music is littered with strange pairings, as indeed was this stage earlier after Barry Crow's novelty act of clipping his toenails to the tune of the Trumpet Voluntary. As ever, Colin Sell will be providing backup on the piano, although that's by no means his only instrument. In fact, I have a cutting here from Jazz Monthly magazine written by their top reviewer. It reads, "When I heard Colin Sell playing the mouth organ, I rushed in just in time to catch his set. He really should use a stronger denture fix if he wants to blow that hard." You're to start, Tim and Sandy. Would you please sing Puff the Magic Dragon in the style of that well-known partnership, Peter, Paul and Mary Whitehouse?
Mary Whitehouse.
Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea.
Wait a minute, are there people with dragon in this?
Lived in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu.
Oh no, I don't think you have that. That's rhyming slang for something disgusting, isn't it?
Little Jackie Paper.
Oh no, there's children involved now.
Loved that rascal Puff.
Oh.
And brought him strings and sealing wax.
Oh, I knew it.
And other fancy stuff.
No, don't tell me there's going to be thongs and rubberware and strap-on things.
Together they would travel on boat with billowed sail.
Oh, what does that mean? I know it's something revolting.
Jackie kept a lookout, perched on Puff's gigantic tail.
They're on top of each other now.
Noble kings and
Hey,
princes.
defend that.
Well, there are no queens anyway. Would bow whene'er they came. Pirate ships would lower their flag when Puff roared out his name.
Oh, I've never heard anything so disgusting. You listen and you'll hear. Oh, Puff the magic dragon.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Frolic
the autumn mist in a land called
Okay, it's your turn, Barry and Graeme. Would you please sing Wandering Star as Lee Marvin and his hairdresser?
I was born under a wandering star.
No! I was born under a wandering star.
Small world.
Fancy.
Wheels are made for rolling.
Mules are made to pack. Always pop a pair in my suitcase.
Never seen a sight that didn't look better looking
Better looking
back.
back.
Looking
I know,
back.
yes.
I was born under a wandering star.
I know, you said.
Mud can make you prisoner.
And the plains can bake you dry.
I know. Snow can burn your eyes.
But I tell you, only people make you cry.
So true. Home is made for coming from.
Well, and for dreams of going to as well. Don't forget that.
Which with any luck will never come true.
No, never. A little more off the bottom.
Take it easy round the edges. I was born.
Yes, I know.
Under a wandering star.
You can say that again.
A wandering
star. Yes.
star.
Well, I've enjoyed our little chat.
Well, it's very nearly the end of the show, but there's just time to squeeze in a round of Airline Pilot's Song Book. Sven was telling us he has an exhausting job working nights driving those nice air stewards to and from the airport. His shift includes various routes, but he doesn't get off until he's been to Heathrow and Felton. So while he nips off, I'll ask the teams to suggest some popular songs to suit an audience of pilots and other airline staff. Anybody can start this one.
Airline coffee, airline tea. I like that.
Boeing Crosby sings 747.
Qantas Amera.
You have an anthem for economy charters. Ooey, cheapy, cheapy seats.
You put your Lufthansa in.
I'll tell you what you fancied a ziggurt.
The Pink Panther theme, of course. Panam, 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 Panam.
Beethoven's Ode to Joystick.
Stand stead by your man.
And Kate Bush with her big hit, Heathrow, It's Me, It's Cathay Pacific.
Like a Virgin? No thanks, I've just put one out.
Sabina Hard Day's Night.
The El Aliuya chorus.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, as the Robin Cook of time wheedles out of the public inquiry of destiny. And the Michael Howard of eternity chokes on his own smug smile of fate. I notice it's the end of the show. So from Sven, the teams, myself, and the fine folk of Southsea, it's goodbye.
Barry Cryer, Graeme Garden, Sandy Toksvig and Tim Brooke-Taylor were being given silly things to do by Humphrey Lyttelton, with Colin Sell setting some of them to music. The programme consultant was Ian Pattinson, and the producer was John Naismith. We present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell and your chairman is Humphrey Lyttelton.
Hello and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, or as it's known to Guardian readers, Is Maury Evans' Cat in the Loo? You join us once again in the fine Regency city of Bath, world famous for its spa. Apart from the natural hot springs, intrepid tourists who seek something a little different might head for the Norwegian Quarter. With its many bistros serving traditional Scandinavian cuisine. After enjoying a dinner of wild elk and smorgasbord, they may care to wander by the river and help celebrate the festival of the Burning Longship, where fierce bearded locals don horned helmets and wave battle swords as they chant in praise of their Lord of Valhalla. Anyone who visits Bath and misses these delights will kick themselves. When they realise they should have gone to Reykjavik. Okay, on with the introductions. Now, if it's jokes you enjoy, then our teams have comedy in their genes. And the rest of their wardrobe's pretty laughable as well. They are, on my right, Paul Merton and Tim Brooke-Taylor. And on my left, Barry Cryer and Graeme Garden. And a warm welcome, please, for our charming scorer, the lovely Samantha. Samantha was telling us before the show she's been visiting a nice gentleman racehorse owner in his stables recently. She doesn't know much about racing, but she's already seen something to admire in his jockeys. Let's kick off now with a game called Translations. Teams, as we develop ever closer relationships in Europe, it's worth noting that skill with a foreign tongue will always help you get on abroad. I've observed that many English phrases have already been adopted by our neighbours across the channel. For example, there's low weekend, meaning the weekend, low parking, meaning the M4 motorway, and of course, la mad cow, which is universally understood to mean any ex-Conservative MP who tries to promote her daughter as a pop star. With this in mind, teams, I'd like you please to provide translations for certain foreign phrases which I've noticed are inclined to crop up in our own language. Okay, we'll start with you, Barry. Could you provide a translation of harakiri?
Harakiri. That's an opera singer who was educated at public school. Harakiri. Say Carnival. Harrow.
Your
public school. New Zealand opera singer who wasn't educated at Harrow at all. That was just for the purposes of the joke. And I wish I was dead.
That brings us to our last round. It's your turn, Tim. Could you please translate Annus Horribilis?
Do you mind if I don't sit down?
Paul, here's one for you. Film noir.
Oh, damn, the holiday photos haven't come out.
Graham, ersatz.
Ersatz is Somerset milliner.
Okay, we'll do
Rosatia-like.
We'll have an open round for that now. Anybody can answer. Trump Day.
Oh, was that one made by Eyes Water?
Fin de siècle.
Bicycle lover. Basically, a saddle sniffer.
Soupçon.
The dinner's nearly ready.
Grand Prix.
Michael Howard.
It's time for a display of oral dexterity now with a game called Pick Up Song. In this round, the teams will take turns to sing along with a selection of popular discs, which I shall draw at random from my personal singles collection and pass to DJ Samantha. As I speak, I notice she's ready on the radiogram and poised to receive her first 7-incher of the evening. At my signal, Samantha will cause the music to drop out. If on its return the teams are within a gnat's pizzicato of the original, I'll be awarding points, and points mean prizes. What do points mean? It's reassuring that you haven't acquired any embarrassing intelligence since we were here last time. This week's prize allows even the most inveterate of sleepwalkers to wander unencumbered. It's these state-of-the-art cordless pyjamas. Graeme, will you start by accompanying Charles Aznavour singing
That autumn brings maybe 100 different things within the measure of a day. She may the beauty of the bees, maybe the famine of the feast may turn each day into a heaven or a hell. She may be the mirror of my dream, a smile reflected in a stream. She may not be what she may seem inside a jar.
And with all still to play for, it's your turn, Paul. Would you please accompany Lee Marvin singing Wandering Star?
I was born under a wandering star. I was born under a wandering. It's too high. Wheels are made for rolling, meals are made to pick. I've never seen a sight that didn't look better looking back. I was born under a wandering star. Mud can make you prisoner, plains can bake you dry. Snow can burn your eyes, but only people make you cry. What was he singing?
Tim, something a little more contemporary for you. Would you please accompany Jarvis Cocker and his stylish outfit Pulp singing Common People?
She told me that her dad was loaded. I said, in that case, I'll have a rum and Coca-Cola. She said, fine. Oh. And then in 30 seconds time, she said, I want to live like common people. I want to do whatever common people do. I want to sleep with common people. I want to sleep with common people like you. What else could I do? I said, oh, I'll see what I can do. I took her to a supermarket. I don't know why, but I had to start it somewhere.
Finally, Barry, I'd like you to accompany Tom Jones singing Delilah.
I saw the light on the night that I passed by her window. What's the key? I saw the flickering shadows of love on her blind. She was my woman.
Madam, keep them on. Keep them on.
As she deceived me, I watched and went out of my mind. My Delilah. Why, Delilah?
Time, gentlemen, please.
I could see that girl was no good for me, but I was lost by just that no man could free. Oh.
Sorry, Barry, the audience was spot on, but you were way out. Okay, everyone, the time has come, as it always must, for us to play sound charades, our version of the popular parlour game. In it, I shall ask the teams to act out the titles of well-known films, plays or books for their opponents to guess, but using a special oral technique known as speaking. Paul and Tim, you're to start. Your title will shortly be broadcast on the laser display, while for listeners at home, here's the mystery voice.
The Great Escape. The Great Escape.
Right, you're guessing this one, Barry and Graeme, so off you go with your charade, Paul and Tim.
It's 3 words and it's a film. Where's that fireplace gone?
I'm sorry, it's my fault. I forgot to lock the living room door.
Oh, I see. Finish.
Great. Nothing to do with great, is it?
Yep. Could be.
The Great.
Yep.
Gatsby.
Escape.
Yes! Will the person who applauded when he said Gatsby please stand up? Right, it's your turn, Barry and Graeme. Your title is now being exhibited on the laser display board. And here again is the mystery voice for listeners at home.
The Railway Children. The Railway Children.
Okay.
3 words.
3 words, book and a film.
Hello, Angus. I see you've got your family with you.
Oh, Hamish brought the bairns. Yes, well, he's wee Victoria.
Oh, hello.
Hello to Uncle Hamish. And, and there's wee Euston.
Oh. I think I've met this wee soul.
Oh,
Paddington, I think I've met him.
King's Cross and Liverpool Street are at home just now.
Oh, I did hear something about your good lady was expecting.
Oh, aye, that's true. She's 20 minutes overdue.
Stations and trains.
Stations.
Oh, stop it.
We don't know what it is. They're girls called stations. They're girls called stations.
What kind of stations?
Railway stations.
The Railway Children.
Right, it's now time for a game called Spot the Links. This is a game of connections. In it, I'd like the teams to identify the genuine connections linking various people or things. Barry, we'll start with you. Could you please connect Gandhi, Napoleon and Sigmund Freud?
They're all played by Ben Kingsley. He played Gandhi, but what's not generally known is he played both Napoleon and Sigmund Freud at the Sparrow's Nest Theatre, Lowestoft, in Nappy and Sig's Big Adventure. The connection is Ben Kingsley.
No, it isn't.
Oh.
Is it they're all people Margaret Thatcher genuinely thought she was at one time or another?
Now, I'm going to have to tell you, they all suffered from constipation. Hence Napoleon's remark, "Not tonight, Josephine." Paul, what, please, is the connection between gladiators, bikinis and public swimming baths?
Oh, well, the connection is that between gladiators, bikinis, and public swimming baths. There's a new gladiator called Veruca. And he wears a bikini. Was that right?
No, the real answer is much funnier.
I look forward to hearing it.
They were all invented by the Romans. Tell me, Tim, what links jelly, oysters, spaghetti and peas?
I've seen these all together once.
Are you feeling
It was
better
the new
now?
pattern on the bathroom wall just after my stag night.
It's the meal that ruined Lloyd Grossman's voice, isn't it? Evacuated his vowels.
Now, I'll tell you that according to the etiquette books, they should all be eaten with a fork. Yeah. What a load of...
Peas and oysters? Jelly? What etiquette book is this?
I'm not...
The Arthur Mullard Book of Etiquette.
Graham, here's one for you. What connects Henry VIII, Jean-Paul Gaultier and Robert the Bruce?
They all use their middle names, obviously. Jean's case, it's Paul. Henry and Robert, it's the. Henry VIII had 6 wives. Jean-Paul Gaultier had Robert the Bruce, I suppose. Unless it's a kilt question. Henry VIII wore 6 kilts.
No.
Robert
They've all worn skirts in public.
Ah. Gosh.
Amazing. Paul, what connects Bruce Willis, Charles I and Winston Churchill?
Bruce Willis, Charles I, Winston Churchill. Well, Bruce Willis, it's Die Hard, known for the Die Hard films. Charles I died pretty hard. And Winston Churchill died hard of hearing. They would say to him, "Are you dead yet?" And if he said "pardon," they knew he was all right. And when he didn't say anything, they knew he was dead. Or his hearing had got better.
No.
Or they'd lost
What do
their
you mean,
voices.
no?
That's all wrong.
Oh.
They all at one time or another were stutterers. Bruce Willis and Churchill had their stutters cured by therapy, while Charles I underwent major surgery. Finally, Graham, what's the connection between the Second Coming, a female pope, and a British winner of the Wimbledon tennis finals?
I think the answer is they've all got the same odds at Ladbrokes.
I'm afraid I can't give you any marks for that, because you've got the name of the bookie wrong. William Hill has offered odds of 1,000. Now it's time to play the game called Mornington Crescent. Before we start this year's championship, I noticed we've received a telegram from a Mrs. Trellis of North Wales. It reads as follows: "Dear Yehudi, stop. When does new Mornington Crescent season start? Stop. With new Walkman radio, can listen on top of the bus. Stop. Enjoy shows so much, often don't notice bus stop at stop. Stop. However, find some games a bit stop-start. Stop. Trellis, Mrs. North Wales. P.S. As ever, can't wait to hear teams singing. Stop. On with the game, teams, and since we're in Bath, it seems appropriate to play Mornington Royal Crescent. This often clever variation fell out of fashion with amateur players who found the emphasis on cyclical play could cause the game to drag on interminably. However, the recent introduction of the looped move certainly seems to have speeded things up. So, Tim, I'd like you to start, please. Off you go.
Stonebridge Park.
Ooh. George Street.
Wallace Street.
Totteridge and Whetstone.
No, it's all right. Surrey Quays.
Broad Quay.
Broad Quay, singular.
Yes.
You sure?
Yes. Well, I know what you're saying, but you're wrong.
Broad Quay.
Broad Quay.
Michaelmas Terrace.
That's not cyclical, then.
No, it isn't.
It isn't. No?
It's not cyclical.
I was asking Hump, actually. Is it?
No, I'm just confirming.
No.
I don't think you can confirm.
No, I'd rather it was. All right.
Cyclical?
Yeah.
No.
Fairlock.
I'm not like what?
Stockwell.
Royal Avenue.
Biscuit Street.
Biscuit.
Yeah, Biscuit Street.
I'd like a ruling on that.
Biscuit Street?
Yeah. Biscuit Street.
Biscuit Street. I was doubtful about that until somebody clapped.
The same person who clapped the Great Gatsby, probably.
Biscuit Street.
Pish tush. Street.
Gary Bull.
Come on, hurry along, please.
Garibaldi Avenue.
Bun Street.
Monmouth Place. Well then.
My regards to Gatsby.
London Road.
Good one.
Ladbroke Grove. William Hill Grove, I suppose.
Bath Street.
That's it.
Mornington Crescent.
Yeah! Okay, our next round takes as its subject the limerick, that delightful poetic form with the delicate feather-footed sensitivity of a Lancashire clog dance. Teams, I shall furnish you each with a fruitful first line, which I'd like you to complete, taking one line each. And, Graeme, we're going to start with you. In Bath, they've remarkable buns.
In Bath, they've remarkable buns. I was told this by several young nuns.
You take a quick bite.
And you're up half the night.
With a terrible case of the run.
Okay, Tim, here's one for you. Oh. In Aylesbury, they have this strange duck.
Why me? If you meet it, you're way out of luck.
It's about 6 feet tall.
And has no teeth at all.
But it gives you a terrible suck.
Barry, here's your line. In Epsom, I drank some strange salt.
In Epsom, I drank some strange salt. I admit it was all my own fault.
I filled my glass to the brim.
Then nipped down to the gym.
My mistake was attempting a vault.
Finally, Paul, here's your first line. In Dundee, they've this special wee cake.
In Dundee, they've this special wee cake that's made out of haddock and hake.
With a bit of dressed crab.
and a flounder or dab.
But jings, what a mess when you wick.
I notice it's nearly time to say goodbye, but not before we play a round of computer programmers' songbooks. So, teams, while Samantha enjoys a quick session on my laptop, I'll ask you please to suggest titles likely to appeal to an audience of computer programmers and their ilk.
The Mouse of the Rising Sun.
Quirty, quirty, chip, chip.
The old Beatles tune with Love from the DU.
IBM for every drop of rain that falls.
Bob Hope's old theme tune, thanks for the 38k random access memory.
Floppy disks are here again.
When I'm cleaning windows. When I'm cleaning Windows 4. When I'm cleaning Windows 95.
Dadu Rom Rom.
This is Personalist, the Derby Ram, sung by the great Jim Smith.
Thrill to the sound of yesterday with Queen's old hits. Another 1 megabytes to dust.
Please release key.
I'm forever blowing bubble jets.
Tulips from Amsterdam.
Surfing in the way she walked.
So, ladies and gentlemen...
Our mouse is a very, very, very nice mouse.
Sung by Mouse Matt Monroe.
Internet the art.
Someday my printer will work.
CD-ROM and MS-DOS and Little Amsy Divey.
And so,
superhighway fractalistic Apple Macintoshes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as the BMX roadster of time collides with the erratic minicab of fate, and the unprotected crotch of hope slams hard against the crossbar of destiny, I notice it's the end of the programme. We'll be back at the same time next week. In the meantime, it's goodbye from Samantha, the teams, myself, and the good people of Bath. Goodbye.
Tim Brooke-Taylor, Barry Cryer, Graeme Garden and Paul Merton have been given silly things to do by Humphrey Lyttelton, with Colin Sell setting some of them to music. The programme consultant was Ian Pattinson and the producer was John Naismith. Present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell, and your chairman is Humphrey Lyttelton.
Hello and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the show where games and laughter go together like boiled beef and parrots. You join us this week at the Theatre Royal in Brighton, a fine town that's seen many changes over the years. The famous pavilion was originally built as a royal summer palace. The old riding school became the Dome Concert Hall, and the team that was once Brighton and Hove Albion Football Club is now simply known as Brighton Nil. Trendy Brighton is nowadays an eclectic mix where it's possible to immerse oneself in the delights of 1990s popular culture and then happen by chance upon faded, run-down remnants of an era that long ago fell from fashion. Let me introduce the teams. They are, on my left, Barry Cryer and Graeme Garden. And on my right, Denise Coffey and Tim Brooke-Taylor. I'm afraid our usual scorer, Samantha, isn't here tonight, as she's just moved... Well, she's just moved her contract service business to a first-floor flat. And a new neighbour has asked her to fit in the old gentleman downstairs. Taking her seat instead is the Swedish hunk with bigger pecs than a giant chicken. Please welcome Sven. Right, we'll start with a round of historical headlines. Before the invention of printing teams, world events were recorded on vellum, laboriously hand-printed by monks. They might take years to complete each beautifully illuminated page, which was then displayed on the monastery walls for inspection by local peasants. Sadly, none of them could read a word. But they did find that the vellum was up to 30% more absorbent than their usual brand. And very soft on the skin. In this round, teams, I'd like you please to suggest headlines that might appear in today's papers reporting great events of the past. The event is Napoleon's defeat at Waterloo. Barry, will you start, please?
Daily Mail just before the battle, actually. Bonaparte escapes, Home Secretary sacks governor.
Here's one from the Sun sports page. Waterloo, ah, nap, oh la la.
The stage, Wellington gets Bonaparte.
Graeme.
And a report in the Times, new railway terminus opens. Duke of Wellington wins first prize in Choose a Name for the Station and Win a Metro competition.
Travel Trade Gazette, Napoleon's 1815 holiday ruined.
Wildlife today, frog crushed under Wellington.
Here's another one, and if we can do this one in the right order now, we'll start with you, Tim Brooke-Taylor, and then go to Barry Cryer.
Oh, Lord.
Because otherwise the chairman gets confused. Here's another one. Theseus kills the Minotaur. And Denise, will you start this one?
From the New Labour Gazette, New Labyrinth.
The Guardian, Cretan bull to become leg end.
Funny enough, Tim, on the same page,
Really?
Theseus kills Minotaur in Crete.
And from the Independent, through the labyrinth with nerves of steel and balls of string.
Hairdressers Weekly, hairy monster in Grecian 2000 BC.
The Times, genetic experiment ends in disaster.
Telegraph, Crete Airport can now go ahead. Swampy not pleased that tunnel's been cleared.
It's now time to play a round called One Song to the Tune of Another. A game so quintessentially simple it needs only the shortest explanation. Most songs comprise two constituent parts. The tune, a musical backdrop to the contextual formulation of melodic syntax. And the words, an idiomatic metaphor intoned in lyrical juxtaposition thereto. Now, I can tell, teams, from your quizzical expressions that that's exactly what you're thinking anyway. But what you haven't realized is that we're going to employ the elemental polyphony of two separate songs, but combined in contrapuntal tandem with the objective avoidance of harmonic dissonance. Is that clear? So, where's the challenge in that, I hear you say? Well, let me introduce Colin Selden, his piano accompaniment. Okay, Barry, we'll start with you, Barry. Would you please sing the words of Run, Rabbit, Run to the tune of Can't Help Falling in Love?
Run, rabbit, run. Rabbit, run. Run, run. I grab it, they jump and frolic whenever I go by. They know I help them dodge the rabbit pie. So run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run.
Gosh, that was moving. Denise, would you please sing the Pink Floyd classic Another Brick in the Wall to the tune of Do Re Mi?
We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teachers, leave those kids alone. Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. We don't need no education.
Graeme, would you please sing My Old Man's a Dustman to the tune of Scarborough Fair?
Some people make a fortune, others earn a mint. My old man don't earn much. In fact, he's flipping scheme. Oh, my old man's a dust man. He wears a dust man. He wears go-blimey trousers, and he lives in a council flat. He looks a banana in his great big hobnail boots. He's got such a job to pull him up that he calls them daisy roots.
And finally, Tim, you're going to sing the Spice Girls Ivor Novello award-winning Wannabe to the tune of Model of a Modern Major General.
What I want, what I really, really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really, really want. I really, really wanna. If you want my future, forget my past. If you want to get with me, better make it fast. If you want to get with me, better make it fast. If you want to get I'll tell you what I want and what I really, really, really... That's quite enough of that. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to play the round called Straight Face. In it, the teams should take it in turns to exchange completely random words on a given subject without getting any laughs from the studio audience. It's ingenious, really. Anyone who elicits even the smallest titter from the audience faces immediate disqualification. The last one out is the winner. Right, teams? The subject is a nature ramble. Barry.
Privet.
Coppice.
Frog.
Stoat.
Vole.
Undergrowth.
Aardvark. I don't understand that at all. Cuckoo. Pat. as in cow. Well, or out of cow.
Convolvulus.
Toad.
Dung.
Tit.
Chaffinch.
Titter. Sorry, Denise. I definitely picked up a titter. Sorry. So that means you have to sit out the rest of the round. And who do we start with now? You start with you, Graeme.
Weasel.
Flies.
Rapeseed.
Log.
Condom.
A titter, or is it a sneeze? I don't know. Yeah, sorry, who was that? You, Barry, you're out.
What?
Right.
So arbitrary, this.
It's a head-to-head now between Tim Brooke-Taylor and Graeme Garden. And you start, Tim.
Trees.
Miss Elkins.
Wasp.
Bee.
Bog.
Paper.
Sorry, Tim.
So Graeme wins.
Graham's the winner, yes.
Whatever you're smoking, Humph, I'd like some of it.
Right, we're now going to play a round called Smugglers. It's all about smuggling and is sometimes...
Whatever you're smoking, Humph, don't have any more of it.
It's all about smuggling and is sometimes confused with a party game called Snugglers. That was played by a young Tim Brooke-Taylor at his first school. Matron would dress him in a giant nappy in which he had to conceal as much jelly and trifle as possible. It was all very messy and quite embarrassing for Tim as he was the geography teacher at the time.
Happy days.
In our round, each team will take it in turns to be customs officers, while the opposing team attempts to smuggle the names of certain contraband items past them. We'll start with you, Tim and Denise. I'd like you to try and smuggle through customs the names of various types of alcohol. And Barry and Graeme, you're the customs officers. If you think you've noticed an illicit item, you should buzz to challenge. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Start with you, Tim.
Excuse us, we're a little breathless. Only caught the ferry by whiskey just as it was leaving port. Isn't that so? That was the trick, yes.
I'll tell you, I've got to tell the listeners at home that this is rather a nice new device which I've specially ordered. It's a buzzer which won't stop unless I press a button here.
Luckily nobody noticed.
It's a red button. Okay, where were we?
Whiskey and port.
Yes. Yeah, I think I'll allow that. What happens now?
I carry on, Madeira.
Right.
And so...
Yes, you remind me, you know, that happened to my Auntie Ethel, alcoholic, of course, had a double in methyl, hated spirits, went TT, and then into all the races until she lost her bottle. Sorry, was that a buzzer?
Oh, we had ethyl alcohol and methyl-hated spirits.
You're actually taking this seriously.
So they should.
Trying to remind Humph of the rules.
Go on, Tim.
Do you like our van? It's a Ford Transit. The French call it a van ordinaire. Here's my...
Transit, that's a real ale, isn't it?
My wife Mary packed my case. She said all my shaving things would be inside a bag. They're not here. Bloody Mary. I thought it was a bit rum when she had this wry smile on her face. Normally she's such a bubbly character, always in good spirits. A little stout perhaps, but sometimes I want to kill her.
I've discovered that this game goes much quicker if I keep my... It's your turn to be the smugglers, Barry and Graeme, and I'd like you to attempt to smuggle the names of certain types of wild animals. Barry, go on.
I've got an album here from a new band, Artemis. It's a sort of hip-hop Artemis album.
So much stuff in these cases. Look at this. We've got a baby's bottle and teat. What else?
challenge there from Denise.
Hippopotamus.
I don't like your allegations. I've met alligators like you before.
I've got the old toolbox here containing, let's see, hammerhead, shark absorbers.
Challenge from Tim.
Toolbox.
Yep.
I've got a mainspring, box of nuts and bolts.
Weasel gummidge video. They can get wild.
Weasel, a wild weasel.
I'm not lying. No. I thought there was an adjudication coming from you then, Humph. You look rather magisterial.
Yes.
Adjudication.
I was working out the score. It seems that Barry and Graeme have got 25, and Tim and Denise have got 1. Our next game is called Cheddar Gorge. The object of this game, teams, is to utter one word each without completing a sentence. When I consider a full stop has been reached, you'll hear me do this. To complicate the game needlessly, each word should begin with the same letter. And this week's guest letter is T. Barry, will you start, please?
Tom.
Talked.
Tolerably.
Twice.
2.
Tedious.
2.
Talk.
Torridly.
Transatlantically.
Though.
10.
Tall.
Teamsters.
Tottered. Tactlessly.
Towards.
10.
Tiny. Teeny.
Toppling.
Tots.
It says here, if that didn't go on too long, they could try another sentence with the letter H. Well, I think it did go on too long. We'll do another one. Let's be sporting. We'll do another one. And we'll start with you, doesn't matter, Tim.
Here.
Harry.
Hollered.
Hey.
Right. We come now to a game called invitation cards. Nowadays, it seems, it's become obligatory when organising a society do to ensure the right celebrity guest is in attendance. For example, if you're thinking of putting on a 7-course banquet, you might request the presence of the Duchess of York, who will always drop everything for a good bash on a groaning table. Whatever the type of evening, specially printed invitations are de rigueur. That's French for you've got to do it. So teams, I'd like you please to suggest invitation cards to suit particular society events. Barry, will you start, please?
The Larder Drivers Club. The invitations to the do said 7:30 for 11.
The Society of Knee Surgeons have asked me to their dinner. Cartilage is at 11.
The committee of the Agoraphobic Society will be at home.
You're invited to the psychic's ball. You know where, and we know you're coming.
Friends of Michael Howard evening. Could the two of you arrive about 7?
Two of you?
Bit of hyperbole there.
Everybody here is invited to the International Institute of Lethargy and Procrastination's banquet cabaret, Dancing Till Dawn, August the 17th, 1982. Been invited to the Airline Pilots Conference. It's being held on the landing.
Michael Jackson's birthday party, 7 to 8, but older children by arrangement.
And the Fighter Squadron reunion, 7:30 for 8, Bandits at 12 o'clock.
And you're invited to the transvestite ball, Grosvenor House, 8:30. Dress.
And there's the Bookies Union, big day out at the Gold Cup Steakhouse. Afternoon tea, 5 to 4, disco dancing.
Very good. Now, this next round's called Just a Minute, and it's a musical version of Just a Minute, which listeners will recognise as the wildest favourite, hosted by the uniquely talented Nicholas Parsons. And it's said that when Nicholas Parsons was made, they threw away the mould. However, it does grow back occasionally. So he has to be wiped down with Dettol. Teams, I'd like you to sing along to a song of my choosing without repetition, hesitation or deviation. And the team not singing may buzz to challenge. Musical accompaniment will be provided by Colin Sell, who tells me that he's thinking of branching into artist management. Apparently he has this dream of handling the Spice Girls. Mrs. Sell says it's the only thing that gets him up in the morning. Okay, teams, the song is Save All Your Kisses for Me. I shall be timing you each with my special watch, and when the minute's up, I've asked Sven to blow my whistle.
He's just popped out for a pee.
Tim, will you start, please?
Save your kisses for me. Be careful with your osculations in my direction. Bye-bye, baby, ta-ra. Don't cry, honey. Please don't be lachrymose. Gonna walk out the door, but I'll soon be back for more. Say your...
Repetition is saved, surely.
You didn't buzz. You didn't buzz.
I did. It was all right when it left me.
Okay, Barry, carry on.
Oh.
How much longer is the hump?
93 seconds.
Ask a silly
Hang on to your what?
Challenge from Tim.
Repetition of ha. Ha, 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 ha.
Yeah, that's right, Denise.
Oh!
Save your kisses for me. Retain all your poutings towards my lips. Au revoir, small offspring. Adieu. Don't drizzle, honey. Please stop snivelling. I'm going to walk out the door, but I'll be back for some more osculatory thrills on my behalf. Please,
Challenge there from
I buzzed myself.
Don't apologise. I do it all the time. Right. What stage should we get at? Oh, I know. Well, it's nearly time to say goodbye, but not before we have a round of Cobbler's Song Book and enjoy some tunes devoted to shoes. So, as Sven has spotted a nice pair of loafers he thinks might be suede, I'd like suggestions, please, of song titles likely to appeal to shoemakers and menders.
David Soul sings Peggy Shoe. God, that's the best one.
Flip-flops keep falling on my head.
Goodness gracious, great balls of feet.
High heel, it's off to working deal.
Tomorrow, they'll be ready tomorrow. The Last Waltz. Cobbler's Last. God's sake.
The shifting, whispering sandals.
Nike and Day, you are size 1.
Someday my plimps will come.
How much is that hush puppy in the window?
Super calfskin, side elastic, stretchy warm galoshes.
Odor eater, men have named you.
Corn free.
Just a tongue at twilight.
These foolish thongs remind me of sheep.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, as the delinquent teenager of time tastes the fatal alcopop of eternity, I notice we've come to the end of the show. So from Sven, myself, the teams, and the good people of Brighton, until next week, goodbye.
Graeme Garden, Denise Coffey and Tim Brooke-Taylor were being given silly things to do by Humphrey Lyttelton, with Colin Sell setting some of them to music. The programme consultant was Ian Pattinson and the producer was John Naismith.